Morgan, is this
Yep, my name is Morgan.
Morgan? This mover came and they brought like they're missing like 40% of the capacity or 30%, something like that. They don't even have enough capacity. Amber worked it a little bit, but now they're trying to charge me more, and they haven't even loaded a box yet. So some of the things I'm going to be taking separately, but we have 1,900 cubic feet with Brett. The AI calculation came out with my itemized list of everything I have to match what he said. It was the closest he's seen in a long time, my estimate. So uh, we bumped it up to 2598 from 20. I mean, it's 2198, and they brought a 26-foot truck that only holds 1,900 cubic feet. And I've got a list all set up that I've taken pictures of and showed them, and they don't like the box. They say they don't like to do it that way. They want to take all my pictures out of the box and just stuff them on top of boxes to stack. And that, I mean, I could load the truck better than they're talking about. And they want to raise the price, which I'm not willing to do. So, um, I'm not. They don't even have the capacity to load what I paid for right now. And so I don't know. How do we handle this? Do we just refund the money and move on our way then? Because I'm not confident on them moving my stuff anymore. Uh, and
Okay,
I don't
let
trust them.
me,
Yeah, unless you can get somebody else to come with a actual truck and do
yeah,
this move.
absolutely.
I'm not.
No,
We paid a lot of money, and I'm not.
no, I totally understand.
I'm getting.
So
You know,
let me talk to dispatch and see if I can't get a different driver out there for you then, okay?
yeah, I mean these people, and they brought. What are there? Two old men out here. My wife said, "Who brings old men to move?" The guy tried to lift a box out. This is heavy. And here's the thing: I'm half disabled. My left hand is about a value of an 8-year-old, and I can lift. I've lifted every box that we have here, so I don't know what they're talking about. you know, I mean, there's
Yeah,
some
so
heavy boxes, but
let me get on with dispatch and see what we can work out as far as getting a different driver out there. And then I will give you a call. Just give me about 10 minutes, okay?
yeah, I mean, so what the
Less than
driver is
10.
trying to do is talk whoever it is to into saying that this stuff isn't going to fit. I have things like stools and
Okay.
things, and they're in a separate stack that I said we're going to load like the big toolboxes. I already told them all about. Those need to go. There's a bunch of boxes, and they're too heavy to stack high. That's not true. You put the heavy ones on the bottom, and you stack the lighter ones on the top. You can do that. I'll do it if they can't figure it out. There's crates, plenty of crates with kids' memorabilia. They weigh like 8 pounds. You can stack those to the hilt. So they could go pretty high in this thing. I think they could get, so on the truck they have, I'm just going to say 25%, 30% maybe for loss, but they
Yeah.
don't even have enough room in that truck to take the stools and things. I said, I have enough capacity that if they had room, they could even load a lot of the stools and things that I are included in my list at 1,900 that I'm willing to set aside and do myself so we can get the maximum capacity. The guy hasn't even tried to load it. He just wants to charge me more money. I think that's bullshit. We're already, 1,900 to 2,600 basically is a fair amount
Right.
for overage, and that includes there's stuff that I'm willing to take out of the 1,900 that is on the list. So that truck won't even have 1,900 total on my size. You know what I mean? Like I have 1,900, and that includes. So I put there's these on the list is these gas, you know, outdoor gas propane things that are tall, and I did the whole cubic foot, and I measured by cubic feet, and so let's just say they're 7 cubic feet. I took that as the
Right.
actual value because you can't really put anything around it. But then I set them aside because I'll take them. So it's in the 1,900, but I'm not even thinking that they're going to be able to take it. So my overage is on a number even lower than 1,900 at 2,600, and they bring a truck, a 26-footer that has 1,900 total capacity. If they put, spray foam in there and had the whole thing full of spray foam, so they don't have enough to even take the load the first time. They'd have to come with another load, and it's just they're giving me a bunch of bullshit. Like, just it's like, oh, we can't do this. It's classic what all the websites and reviews warned me about. and it's actually happening now. I'm going to put some faith in your ability here. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not being unreasonable. They can pack this thing to the hilt. I know they can. They cannot complain about the weight. They can get all the boxes in, get the toolboxes in on a proper sized truck at 2,600, and I'll probably have 400 cubic feet, 200 cubic feet maybe that I have to take. But that's what it is. I mean, Brett did the calculation with me, and we decided, hey, let's go up. And instead, he thought, oh, you might need 2,400. Let's do 26. And I did 26. I paid the extra. Now we're out like $8,000. We don't even have room on our credit card for other stuff. And now this guy's trying to raise the price again. That's their mo. So anyway, I appreciate it.
Yeah. So hi, sir. My name is Chris. I handle the dispatch and the coordination to
Oh,
your
hi, Chris.
drivers. So how are you?
Not doing good.
What I'm gonna do,
Yeah, and
I kind of got
I'm going to respect
in
you
a little
guys
bit.
here on this. I'm going to respect you guys on this, but I do not trust these guys now. They're going to take it. They're going to load it in another truck, which I was actually told, oh, you got a dedicated truck. You're going to get a 40 footer and you're at almost the full capacity of it. So they're just going to drive it, expedited right there. Now this guy's going to take it to LA. They don't have enough capacity. Did you hear that whole thing I just said? Or not
Yes,
really?
sir. I was kind of exploring some options. So what
Okay.
I'll do, we're headed back into the office now. I have 3 other California drivers I work with regularly throughout the year.
Yeah.
So let me call one of them, see which one's closest. I'll explain the situation, and then how flexible are you to the dates?
Okay. Here's the problem. I have to be out of this house. And so I have 2 U-Hauls that I can rent. I'd have to cancel the move though, and I know that that's not typical. But it's becoming. Uh, I would have to. It'd have to happen today or tomorrow, and I don't want to lose the U-Hauls either now because I can rent two for less than this move. But I didn't want to have to do that. But I mean, if I mean worst. I mean, if you had to cancel it, I do have options. So you know, I don't want to.
Yeah, no, give me
I don't want to go down the
a call. I'm
rabbit
gonna
hole
call a
here
couple
with
of my
this.
drivers. And
What's that?
I understand somebody out there today for you.
I didn't hear
Are you
catch
still
you.
with me?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it broke up. Let me see. Let me call a couple people, see if I can't have another driver out there today or tomorrow for you.
All right, and it should be a 40 footer. It should have like 2,600, and that should be easy. They just put everything they can on, and that done deal. So,
Okay, and you're ready for delivery. Essentially, you're ready for a straight shot.
yeah, exactly, yeah, yeah. If they only go 400 miles a day, I'll beat them by like 3 days. So,
Perfect. Yeah, give me a few minutes. Let me make a couple phone calls, and either myself or Morgan will call you back here with an update.
all right, thank you. Bye. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Bye. See what that's gonna be like.
Hi, this is Chris.
Hi, Chris. This Android, I can't figure out how to stop it, but it does this thing every time. It's like records everything. So, I just wanted to let you know I don't know how to stop it. Yeah, it's a UI 7.0. Anyway, what's the what? I was just trying to get a follow up. I think you were going to call me back, but I don't know if I missed it.
This is Doug, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
No, sir, not yet. I did talk to the carrier. I'm just waiting. They're aware that it needs a lift gate. They're aware of everything. I asked her if she could give you a call, so you make it a call from their office just to go over the details.
Uh, uh yeah. They're going to call you, or
No. I'm talking to their office now, giving them the details. She's going to call you here shortly just to get everything coordinated for tomorrow.
I sent you some videos of the things they were complaining about. Did
Okay.
you?
Yeah, I sent over the spreadsheet to the new driver. They love it. They're aware of everything. Just give them a little bit, time to get you into the schedule tomorrow morning, and they'll call you.
All right. I have a
All right.
I have a problem though. I need your help, maybe because I mean you're a dispatch and planning too. So all right. I have we have a U-Haul. I have a trailer that I was going to rent, a 6x12. It holds like 400 cubic feet. All right. And that was going to be on top of the 2,600 we already had. And I only have 1,900 on the list, right? I mean, so you're talking, an extra like 50% at capacity right now that I'm going to have. That was the plan. So when they come here with the proper truck and everything, there's stuff that's not going to fit. I can put it in this thing. And I'm not going to get all 400. I know that, but I can get pretty good. I know how to stuff things pretty good too. And there are a lot of light, weird items that take up space as part of the 400 that like the bar stools and things. But so I'm thinking, okay, do I go pick that up like original plan and trust this mover tomorrow to know, hey, we got this. That we're not going to run you around. We're just going to take the stuff out to San Antonio. We got a lift gate. It's going out there. We're not going to try to transfer it and then get stuck in LA because we can't put your toolbox on a semi that we were able to do in Bakersfield, or make up an excuse tomorrow why it's not going to work. Do I trust that's not going to happen and this is all going to go forward? I also have 2 U-Hauls that I panicked today and got reserved for tomorrow morning. And I don't want to lose them either, though. And then have these people say tomorrow it's the same drama. And then you and I are talking about, well, shit, Doug, okay, we'll refund your credit card back and you can use your U-Hauls. Well, they're gone now. So, I mean, but I want your honest assessment on your thoughts on this whole thing, given my scenario. You understand me not wanting to like lose the U-Hauls. If I can't get these, I was going to have somebody else drive me then. And we got about 3 days to load this whole thing up and get out of here, including today.
Based on the list and everything, I feel confident that when the movers get there, I'm sending a carrier that, like I said, I work with in Washington. I don't have any issues ever. Their office will call you and speak with you directly, and I do speak with the owner of the company daily. So if there's any questions, concerns, I mean, I'm available tomorrow when they get there, but they're aware of everything, the lift gate, the bulky items. I don't think we're going to have any issues.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Did you talk to this guy that I talked to today?
I did. He told me he was just worried about the tools and everything, being the weight. That's all he could really tell me. So, like you said, the toolbox is movable. It's not like it weighs 2,000 pounds. So it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah. There's a table saw that has 2 toolboxes attached. That's like the heaviest piece, and it is on wheels. So we had to just roll it up our driveway back in because I rolled it down the driveway, which is really easy, and then put it in to get it on the lift, easy enough. My wife and me, with half a hand, rolled it back up. It was kind of hard to roll uphill, but it's not going to be. I mean, they can pull the lift gate they could just pull into the driveway even. I mean, with that size truck, but so it's a heavy toolbox, no doubt, but it's no heavier with the tools. I've got like some plastics, it's all plastic tools nowadays. There's not like socket sets and anvils in there. It's all like sandpaper and lightweight stuff, a couple hole saw kits and stuff. So anyway, that's the heaviest, most difficult piece. That's the one people don't like. I'm so confident that I could get that in a U-Haul trailer if I got about 7 guys without a ramp. You know what I mean? We could lift it up and put it in there. I believe that. So it's not that bad with the lift gate and stuff. So that's like the hardest piece. I took down the Icon toolbox, which was 12 inches. I took the 2 top pieces off, and they're heavy. The damn thing's a heavy toolbox, but they the 2 sides are apart. I mean, it's like 8 feet by tall, but it's the same size as is on the dimensions. So anyway, I just want to make sure, and if you could just send the picture of the toolbox, you can even send the videos. I mean, so that they see what they're dealing with. I mean, just
Yes, absolutely.
yeah.
I'll forward the emails over to her, and like I said, their office will call you here shortly just to get it all mapped out, and that way everybody's on the same page.
So you don't
I speak directly with daily, so
you don't think I'm going to need a 2 U-Haul trucks then and just cancel this thing somehow? I mean, I know
don't think you're going to need to. I mean, they're great.
Yeah,
Honestly, some state, like I said, I use for South California. I'm not sure what the discrepancy was. It's listed on your inventory that you have a lot of toolboxes. So
Yeah, I don't think there's anything. I mean, I have stuff that I was at 2100 before, and I went down to 1900, and then if you see the video I sent you, the picture frame box. I mean, I don't. That's a great idea. One of your guys suggested it that I talked to. So yeah, put them all in a big box and put it on wheels.
yeah,
So
that would definitely make it easy. I haven't checked the email you sent me yet, but
yeah, it's
yeah,
just,
I'm confident we will be there. She confirmed it'll be in the morning tomorrow. I'm just waiting on a time frame to give you, and then I'll have their office give you a call just to get everything perfectly coordinated for you.
will you be? Are they going to take it all in one or try to transfer? You know, that was our other big concern.
That is what she's checking on for me now. So I told her to give you a call once she gets that figured out. So she's in the office coordinating everything. She's just checking their routes, and then she'll give me a call or you a call. But we will know that details here shortly.
And I'm trying to be fair to them and like forewarn them, if you will. Like this won't work. It just won't work out trying to transfer it to truck. I don't believe. I mean, maybe if that, I don't know. That one toolbox for sure not. And the guy said, well, you're gonna have to tear it down, and it's actually all bolted together. Like you can't even break it apart because the wood it's a tool deck, but it fits on the lift gate and it fits in the truck. So, and it's on wheels, so it shouldn't be. I mean, it's just a big piece like everything else. But the guy was just so intimidated. And then, do they have capable people that will be joining them on this move, or?
Yes, sir. There should be at least 4 guys tomorrow.
Okay, you understand my concern, right? It sounds like you're trying to help.
And I'm looking at the list, and it's bigger items. I'm not really sure why they only came with 3 guys, or the truck wasn't even compatible for today's size load. So
no, it's almost like they didn't get the memo. Yeah. Yeah,
I was even checking our end to see if we failed to update them. It doesn't look like we sent them everything, so I'm not sure where they got things mixed up. But just give me a little bit of time. I'm working on this today for you.
I keep track of kind of everything, Chris. So like I put in a category, resizing truck, toolboxes. I kind of have everything like where I update you guys. I think I did a thorough job. Brett had appreciated it on keeping you guys informed. He says with people like you, we don't have problems, because I'm being informative. I get it that my stools are going to take up space. That's why we're doing this other thing. So I think my plan here is I'm going to actually, based on our conversation, we're going to Taft to pick up the trailer, and we're going to load it up with the stuff ahead of time so that the driver isn't intimidated with all the space wasting stuff that I was going to put on it. You know what I mean? And then then we'll have extra space. So anyway.
Yeah, that's true. You'll already have something, out of sight, out of mind, essentially.
That's what I think. Yeah, exactly. All right.
But yeah, I am still working on this. I'm doing all my, everything I can on my end. And then once I get all the details straightened out, we'll call you, give you a time frame, and get everything buttoned up for you.
All right, Chris. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye. Is this Amber or? Hey, I was just following up on that whole thing for our move stuff. I hadn't heard back.
Yes, sir. I do have to.
Oh, hi, Chris. Is this Chris?
They are still working on the schedule. They're just out of. Yes, sir.
Okay.
They're still working schedule. They just they don't want to give me a false time frame.
Yeah, I got you.
Tomorrow, indefinitely.
Yeah.
Just waiting on the time. I'll call them again now.
And how do we look on that scenario with the whole truck switching drama?
I don't believe they're offloading you. She still hasn't really answered me since she said she can pick it up tomorrow. So she acknowledged that you need the lift gate. She acknowledged everything's bulky. I'm just waiting on the straight delivery and timing.
All right. Yeah, my wife is like too many emails, but I'm sorry about that. But anyway, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. No, I'm still working on it. I'll probably call you later in like an hour or two. But I'll definitely get it all figured out before the night's over.
So when are you guys open? Like, I don't want to be calling at 1 a.m., but like, when is dispatch around typically?
Well, I mean, I work around the clock for the last few years, so
I got it. Yeah.
I'm in the truck now.
All right. Well, I know you're working, and I appreciate it. So, thank you, Chris.
Yeah, no, I'm messaging her again now. We'll get it. We'll put a little pressure on their end just so they can get the schedule for me,
Okay.
and then we'll give you a call.
Thank you, Chris. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, Doug.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, this is Chris with Bromstar.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. So the movers are telling me they spoke with you yesterday, confirmed pickup for today. Now the driver's calling you and you're telling him not to come unless he's in a 44-foot truck.
They are. They didn't confirm anything yesterday at all. They were going to call me and confirm. You guys were going to call me and confirm as well. About what happened.
Just told me that Valerie spoke with you and confirmed.
Yeah, whoever that was at dispatch, I told her what we needed and what the expectations were from what happened. And she said that she didn't know what was going on and they were still working on it. And she would get back with me and give me a time tomorrow and update me, give me a time for tomorrow and update me when she knew about the San Antonio stuff, make sure they could actually do that before they bother coming down here. So that was all we left it at. She was still working on it. They hadn't resolved that thing. And so then the driver called. I just went over everything we discussed yesterday where they need to go directly to San Antonio and with the whole...
Yes, sir, but you are adding stipulations to your move that aren't pre-included.
I don't have that. No. So we were, Brett said that we'd be in an expedited one and he put that in there. He told me because we had
the expedited delivery determined at the time of loading and it's extra.
Yeah, well, he said because of the load and everything else that he would that it was going to be able to do that because they wouldn't be wanting to transfer and stuff like that, and he had a big enough truck to just take it directly there rather than trying to share a load and all that kind of stuff that they do. So I was really lucky, and he would confirm that there for me, and he said that, and that I had their best movers, and they could get there in a matter of 4 or 5 days, something like that, and that was it. Then that mover came yesterday, gave all these objections about transferring to a truck, so the plan, based on all the load I have, doesn't actually work. The original plan, and luckily Brett was, we were going to do the 40-footer with a lift, but the plan itself, they can't transfer the stuff to a semi, just like that other mover said, because there's no lift gate on a semi, so they can't get it into the semi, and they can't do it on a ramp. And so they added all this other stuff. So they actually added all kinds of stipulations, and now effectively this move is completely different, and it doesn't work what you guys have set up to what we were told with this whole 40-footer and 2,600 cubic feet. So the expectation
it states in your signed agreement that we will pick up in either a 53-foot semi or a 26-foot box truck.
Yeah, well, I may say that, but after the fact, they have changed things. They were going to send a 30-footer with a capacity of 2,200 and a lift gate, and then they were why were they talking to me about 30 and 40 footers and confirming that that's what they were going to do instead? Were they just full of it there?
Based on the size of your volume, that's about the size on the truck you would need.
Right, and so
this is where we're at, Doug. I'm just trying to. The movers are prepared to come with 2 trucks. They're about an hour or so away, according to what they're telling me.
So they need. I don't know why you said that it's converted by the size is 40 foot now. But if you don't do a 40 foot, that doesn't make sense even telling me that. Then and why they told me that. So now we've got 2 trucks, and they can't transfer the load. I don't care if they drive 2 trucks over there, but it feels like they're not going to do that.
Everybody is transferred to a semi for delivery.
Yeah, and that doesn't work with what we have.
Why? You're not moving it.
Well, your mover who you sent yesterday said the same.
And now we're sending a different mover, Doug. In your email last night states that we breached contract. If you read the agreement, nobody breached contract. You refused pickup. I went above and beyond to get another driver out to you.
They couldn't pick that up. So.
No, sir. They offered you different agreements. He said he would load everything aside from the bulky items. It states in your agreement that bulky items may incur a fee.
No, yeah, but in my agreement,
Yes, sir. So we discussed all this yesterday, and it was going because
I have evidence. Okay, I know you guys get nasty, but this is going to end up in the lawsuit.
You're slowing them. I don't understand what we're doing.
This is going to end up in a lawsuit, and I will sue you, and I will win. I have all the evidence. I have emails. I have done my due diligence to make sure.
No, sir.
I was reassured
after you refused service.
I was reassured that my toolboxes would be fine.
I've gone above and beyond, worked on the weekend to have you a second driver. Do you want them there?
You have not done that. You have not. You're not telling me.
This driver is prepared to come pick you up today, like we discussed yesterday.
Negative. You are not able to take the toolboxes. They are not able to transfer them.
They are able to move everything. They can move your vehicles if you'd like, sir.
They are not going to be able to.
The services.
They are not.
The way this conversation has gone is because it's not your way. That's unacceptable. Go read the agreement before you file anything.
Oh, no, that's all right. Well, we're going to take care of that. So.
We will. So I'm going to go ahead and tell this mover not to come because you're just wasting everybody's time.
No, you're wasting my time. You knew what we were supposed to have. You are an extortionate con artist is what you are. Just like everybody says.
You're manipulating everybody's story. Do you understand that?
What's that?
You're manipulating everybody's story.
I am not. I videotape everybody's story. I videotape that. Nope. That is not true, and you can just because you say something doesn't mean it's true.
Okay, so I'll go ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste what's included and not included in your move. You send that to whoever you need.
I don't need any of that. I have
nothing. I've tried to be as polite and as helpful as I can, and you've done nothing but turn it and complain.
You have told me your company
that I could get another driver.
You're not living. All right. Correct? Nope, you guys have told me that you would not charge. You just told me you were going to charge me extra. Those people were going to charge me extra. They could only take the household goods, and they were going to charge me extra for the toolboxes. That is not what we agreed upon. That's what you said.
Multiple bulky toolboxes, Doug.
Multiple bulky toolboxes that have been discussed for over a month.
Okay, so I will continue. I will send over the rest of your agreement that you failed to read. That's all in all of your signed documents.
Well, we have documents about what your people said. You can't just arbitrarily lie to people about what your service.
Nobody's lying to you, sir. Everything is in an agreement.
We had conversations, and you are not honoring them.
No, sir. We have multiple documents signed by you, and you're not honoring them.
No, that's not true. You have knowledge of exactly what I have, down to literally the cubic inch, basically. So.
Yes, sir. And was that loaded onto a truck?
They didn't even touch it because they gave me a bunch of excuses.
Because you needed either more space or you had bulky items.
I needed more space. I needed the 2600 that you were supposed to give me, and they only came with 1900 in one truck, a 26-footer, and you guys said it would be a 40-footer. On the phone.
The 40-foot truck doesn't exist. There's 26.
Well, that's your problem. You guys need to explain that in court while you would tell me you have a 40-foot truck.
Yes, sir. We'll simply just show the document.
That document isn't going to matter when I go through all these conversations that we've had. So.
Okay, sir. Well, you have a wonderful day.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Hello, Sunstate.
This call is being recorded.
Yes, Kim, please.
This is she.
Yeah, I was just calling about that Better Business Bureau complaint. And
well, it was more than Better Business, but yeah, I wanted to try to explain things to see if maybe you could better understand. Never, ever, ever, and I've been doing this for 20 years, and I can give you a scenario, but never did we get any pictures, ever, on your work order that the broker had sent to us that you signed, which technically is not a bill of lading, just so you know. It's just how they BS you into thinking they're on the up and up. But on your work order, it said...
Step back there for a second. So that's how they BS you, so that you think they're on the up and up. So you, you worked with this broker, but I mean, why are you saying they're BSing me?
Because brokers during the busy season, brokers are a dime a dozen. They will sit in an office in a cubicle with their feet up on the desk and try to punch out as many jobs that they can, and they will lie through their teeth to get your business. And once they get your deposit, getting a hold of them is almost impossible. Never did it state anywhere that you had these massive tool chests. That was never relayed. And listening to the conversation that you had with the broker, where he's promising you an 18-wheeler, he's promising you that you would be a designated job, that you would be the only one on the truck. All of it is garbage. And especially now during the busy season, you couldn't imagine how fast these roaches crawl out of the walls. Now, as soon as October hits, you won't find 75% of these brokers ever again, because they're going to wait and pop up next busy season under a new name.
I'm going to provide a response, but then perhaps we can talk again. So I just want to, maybe we'll keep it short for right now. But so what I want to, then why are you doing business with them if you know they do this?
We pick up broker jobs occasionally if we have a blank day. So we don't have a day where we have no jobs. We'll pick up a broker job, not knowing that they have promised you the world, and it's absolutely impossible.
I will just say that if I was in business and I knew there were unscrupulous people lying to customers, I would not do business with them, first of all. I would secondly contact the customer before I came all the way up for this very thing. I will say, so your driver said that he knew about the toolboxes. So I want to, I guess he didn't see pictures. So I did provide them with a bunch of pictures. And also I gave them, they have a fee that they had in there, so I could subtract that. But they told me that they provided the difference to you guys, and then I upgraded to a bigger truck. And
all lies.
Yeah, and I paid more money, and they said they gave that to you guys as well for more money. So
lies. They
just keep the
I listened to the recording. I listened to the recording of the guy that you were speaking to and everything he was promising you, and everything that he was promising you were lies. And like I said, I've been doing this for 20 years, and sometimes you run across brokers like this that are just unscrupulous, and it falls on us because we come to do the job and we are not provided anything to be able to complete that job, because first of all, you gave them pictures. They gave nothing to us.
I mean, they said they did, so yeah, but okay.
Nope.
So they had an updated bill of lading.
They don't have an updated of crap.
Yeah, so I had an original.
Not for us.
I had an original bill of lading, and then they sent me an updated one, and I was going to sign that when you guys were out there, and I didn't sign it, and of course it expired now. But how come you only sent out 1,700 cubic feet when it was 2,598? I mean, there's some questions I have.
Hang on, where's your toolboxes? Hang on.
Yeah, and I broke down one toolbox into 5. There were 2 more that were just regular toolboxes that were just pretty standard. There was only one toolbox that was part of a table saw, and you saw that as well. So, I have an hour-long video also that is not public, and I have other videos that I did of me lifting boxes and stuff. And perhaps what I would ask you to do, maybe you can add to your response what you've told me today. I think that's important for it to be in.
On your work order here, it says 11 toolboxes. Hang on, I can't see. Up to 300 pounds. This is what we went off of. We went off exactly what was given to us, and that's the only thing that we can go off of.
They're on the phone, yeah, and I sent them all the information, pictures. They're also on the phone in recorded calls, saying, that he even looked up the weight of my toolbox, and then we added weight for the items. It was like 1,500 pounds or something, and he had that he had entered and everything. So, All right.
I can tell you horror stories that would make your eyes roll in the back of your head, only because I have done this for 20 years.
All right.
And
Well,
it is just disgusting what brokers do to customers.
and I think they get fake reviews to get high ratings. So,
Of course.
the initial, it's so confusing what I've been through, and I'm so stressed out about it. It's, you know, and
I get it.
I have a credit card company that actually ruled in favor of that fucking broker. And it doesn't even make fucking sense because they defrauded me. And you're confirming that basically. And so essentially, if it's true that you did not see the pictures, if it's true that you did not, I mean, right now I'm going to say, well, the broker told me they sent them. The broker told me they paid you. You told me they didn't. So that's where we're at right now. If it turns out that they didn't pay you, if it turns out they didn't send the pictures, then, you know, maybe.
That's the way brokers work, though. They get your deposit, and that's with them. I don't care if it's Joe's broker. That's the way any broker works. They get your deposit. Nothing from any broker is ever sent our way, which means we are already coming to do your job that much, like $5,500 already in the hole, because we didn't get that deposit. They did. And again, it doesn't matter what brokerage company.
I mean, it sounds like they're just stealing additional money. They're asking, you know, the truck. Okay.
Oh, heck yeah.
So, all right. So, I mean, it's not a good look. So, you know, for either company, I mean, the company did not deliver what they promised. So,
no, I get it. And I can completely empathize with you. Again, only because I talk with people, so many people that are just like you. And it's unnerving what they put people through, and it's just garbage. It is. I completely feel for any customer that's going through what you are going through, and I can empathize 1,000% because it's not right. It's not right. And yes, it is fraud, but trying to get that over and go through that is a really painstaking.
Well, sir, when people commit fraud, you can't get the money, and somebody may go to jail. Usually, you can't collect it. The advantage here I have is that the credit card company shouldn't have allowed it. So at the very least, that should be, because that's.
But you did see that $5,500 went to your credit card company, correct?
It did.
And who was from Bronze to the credit card?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I say that. I will say that in my response. And I will say that they told me they gave it to you. Look, maybe you understand what they did, and maybe you put, they're fraudulent, they defraud people, they're unscrupulous. Every word that you've used would be helpful.
Oh, I could use a few real choice words.
Yeah, well, that would be helpful.
I won't.
I mean, at some point, somebody has to take it for face value. A way of proving that, how you were going to get your money. I mean, how were you going to get your money?
Well, we don't. We like I said, we get nothing from them. The only money that we would get is from the job that we perform.
So how are you going to get my money?
This is what I'm saying. What would happen is your job would total hypothetically $10,000. You would pay half on the pickup, and you would pay the remaining half on delivery. That's how we get our money. But anything before that, anything that you gave to the broker, we don't see 2 dimes. Nothing.
Yeah, they don't
zero,
say that.
0, 0.
Yeah, because the move was like 13,000 something. So, if that were the case, 5,500 from that, you guys were only sitting at 8,000.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Based on
I see it all the time.
If what you're telling me is true, that they stole the whole 5,500 and didn't give it. So I paid for 21.98. That was 2,500 or something, or 3,000. I don't remember which one. Okay, that included their 2,300 and then extra for you guys to come out, I guess, is what they said. Then they said, well, we're going to give you a 40-foot truck. We're going to do this, that, and the other thing. And so you're going to have 2,598 capacity cubic feet. So that'll be an additional 3,000. I gave them that money. They were going to give that directly to you guys. Well, actually, when they first did it, they acted like they were the mover. And they were just,
of course.
yeah, okay. And it even says out on their website that they're movers, and then they're not, and then it says they're not. So it's stupid.
Mm-mm.
And then
And
the
this
next,
and go
then
ahead.
we knew Sun State was going to do it, and they said, well, let's give you more capacity, and we'll send, and that'll go to Sun State then. Because they said, and then when they come out, you pay them additional money. So,
And this is
yeah,
what happens, and please take no offense in this. What happens is they found a sucker that they knew that they could keep milking money out of until it came to the day of the move. And again, I mean no harm on what I just said, but it's the truth. And it's unfortunate, and I am so sorry for what you have gone through. I really am. I'm not sorry for them. I'm sorry for what they've put you through.
I basically, you know, I don't know how much, you know, what I can get out. You know, this company it owes me more than, you know, for all that I've been through. They should have a lot of other damages. So,
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah. So,
and it's something they are lying all the time, but they'll take your inventory and they will fail to putting anything on the record, so to speak.
I updated that inventory with spreadsheets. I had the exact cubic foot of everything I owned. Measure.
I don't have shit. Nothing.
Oh my God, this spreadsheet. And I kept updating them, saying, oh, now this. And I even knew how to calculate because I'm just, you know, I was a load planner. I know how to calculate a sofa, for example, what you can actually do. So you have a sofa that takes up, you know, I was doing the inches. I did it in inches and then converted it because it was easier to measure that way rather than converting from feet. But whatever, let's say it's 100 cubic feet. Well, you can stack things on it, so the value of the size of the sofa may only be 70 cubic feet. But then chairs, you can't quite, you know, really do much with it. You know, so I knew how to do all that. So they did an AI model, and it came out. They do an AI model supposedly, so they can calculate accurately. They say, and that model was nearly exact compared to what they said. So I had 1,900 cubic feet. They said 2198, and then I upped it. Plus, I had 400 cubic feet of my own on top of that. So I was leaving with 3,000 cubic feet of a 1,900 cubic foot mood. I had that much extra. So, you know, and then we took a toolbox that was in one big 5, piece toolbox, and I made it into 5 separate. Anyway, well, you're saying they took advantage of me because I knew the cubic feet and was giving them more cubic feet, and a reason to rip me off, I guess, and not give you the monies, according to you. So,
yes, sir.
With what I've been through, I have to get to the bottom of it. That you understand. So,
I completely understand. And again, I can only apologize for what you're going through, not for who did it, but I can apologize, and I am sorry for what has happened to you. I really, really am.
I want to know your response to some of the things that But so I'll be interested to know some of the whys for the concerns I have directly about your company. So regardless of them. So at any rate, if you're such an expert at what the broker did to me and understand what they did to me, that could be helpful too. So
I know every trick of the trade. Yeah. I can promise you that.
All right, very good. I appreciate your time. You have a good day.
You as well. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.